Welcome to the Spine Chilling Stories, where you hear true horror stories around the world that are both creepy and chilling. So let's dive in. The Dune of the Djinn. In September of 1997, Dr. Mario, a seasoned French anthropologist, arrived in the remote Algerian town. He was fascinated by the oral legends of the Nemours, particularly the tales of the singing dawns, where the dismembered voices were said to echo across the sands at night, whispers attributed not to wind but to the jinn. The legend has it that this jinn lived in these domes, and those who dare to visit there, they would never come back. The locals were scared. No one from the local Nemours dared to visit it after the dawn. The elders of that area warned Doctor, but he didn't take it seriously. One of the elders warned him, saying, "They sing not for the music, but for to lure people came to their lair." Mario dismissed their warnings as a cultural phenomenon or something that is being told as in midnight stories. Armed with radio equipment and a canvas tent, and a small caravan led by a quiet guide named Yasin, he began his expedition. After days of crossing scorching dunes and desert, Mario and Yasin reached a vast bowl-shaped depression known as a solitary dune. It was said no nomad or no local would camp there. That night, Yasin refused to sleep in the sand basin, sitting up his tent on a rocky top. Mario, the spectacle, chose to sleep alone inside the quarter of the sand. As dusk fell, the wind died completely, and then the singing began. It was low, harmonic humming, like dozens of the voices humming from beneath the sand, resonated through the dunes. Mario turned on his recorder. The frequency was real, and the sound was not an illusion. And then the ground beneath his feet vibrated, like something just moved below his feet. Mario was awakened just before the dawn and hit by a cold wind, unnatural for the Sahara Desert. He felt as though his name was being whispered in French and then the local Algerian language. His campfire, which has been extinguished, has returned back to life. When he reviewed his recordings, he noticed something strange. The humming had a distant patterns, human-like, but not really human. The frequencies was too low and disconnected, and then, in the final minutes, he heard something chilling and creepily horrifying. The voice whispered clearly, "Why are you here?" He laughed nervously, assuming someone had followed him and it was prank or something, or the locals want him to be gone. Yasin, the local guide that was with him, swore that no one was nearby and that it was only two of them in the desert. No one was there except them. His expression was darkened, and he said, "You must leave before the third night. 3 nights is an invitation." That night, Mario ignored Yasin's plea and returned to the dunes. He was consumed by the academic obsession of exploring this place that he forgot all the warnings. And as the stars burned above him, he lay back on the cold sand and fell into an unnatural sleep. In his dream, he was dragged underground by unseen hands. He saw golden staircase, fire-lit corridors, and creatures, horrifying creatures made of smoke and shadow, with the burning blue eyes. They surrounded him, chanting in ancient languages. One creature, faceless and tall, leaned toward him and said, "You have touched what was sealed, and now you can't leave." He woke screaming, mouth full of sand. His recorder device was shattered. His fingernails were bloody from clawing at the ground. Yasin found Mario at sunrise, dazed, kneeling in the sand, whispering prayers in a language he don't know. The anthropologist's skin was cold despite the desert heat. He said only one word, Azazil. Yasin's face peeled. His face paled. That name was an Arabic name for Iblis, and for the Iblis, the Jinn, was never to be spoken lightly. They packed immediately, and on the journey back, Mario conclusion constantly, whispering voices, faces in domes, and hands reaching from beneath the sand. He developed a deep sickness to the light. When they returned to Tamanrasset, he refused to speak or eat. He boarded the next UN convoy back to France. Weeks later, Mario submitted his cracked recording device to the university lab in Lyon. They recovered fragments of radio. One segment chilled the entire room. The chanting in ancient Berber language mixed with the classical Latin. Through Mario spoke neither. At minute 13:12's voice speak clearly. "We are older than man. Dawns are not silence. They are sealed." Mario was hospitalized shortly after. He never returned to academia. His notebooks remain in anthropology archives, but most are illegal to be read, filled with scratched out pages, drawings of sand spirals, and names written backwards. The people of that local area warn the travelers to never visit those places and always say, "Do not sleep in these domes. The domes remember those who listen." To this day, the legend of the Dunes of Djinn remains to be unknown. Travelers and satellite monitoring teams have picked up unexplained harmonic tones in the desert dunes near Tamanrasset. Scientists cite a singing sands, but the people say otherwise. One drone team from Spain claimed to see figures walking in the sand during the thermal scans, yet there were no footprints. The drones lost the signal when they passed over the center of the dune that sing. And when the wind is still, some say it's whisper your name backwards. Would you dare to visit the legendary Dunes of Algeria of the Jinn? For more stories like this, please subscribe to this channel and keep watching spine-chilling stories.